Hi, I'm Dempsey Polite, and this week I'm reviewing
Are you ready for a miracle?
A Madea Family Funeral was written, directed by, and stars Tyler Perry, and follows Perry's trademark character, Madea, as she takes a trip to visit some distant family members for a celebration. However, what's supposed to be a joyous event quickly turns into a somber one when one of the relatives unexpectedly dies. This film is Perry's 11th and allegedly final time as Madea. Word on the street is that this is the final installment in the Madea franchise. However, I'm not really buying it. I mean, this character is very popular, and a lot of people love her, and I mean, not to say that there isn't a market for these kind of movies, but I mean, a lot of people go and see them. And I'm pretty sure we'll see her in some way or shape or form at some point in the future. But for now, anyway, Tyler Perry says he's done. And this movie was actually okay. I mean, it's a Madea movie. What do you expect? If you've seen one, you've pretty much seen them all. Just like the others, this film's got tons of unnecessary drama, questionable acting, lots of pop culture references, and hit or miss humor. Although I will say that despite its hit or miss humor, one of the strengths that I guess Perry has as a whole is his wit, with wordplay anyway, and some of the film's best jokes are a result of that. Now, in addition to Madea, as always, Tyler Perry plays several other characters, including Madea's nephew, Brian, who is essentially just Tyler Perry being himself. Her brother, Joe, who is probably my favorite character throughout the whole entire franchise. He is just a riot, and he always has the best dialogue, and personally, I would like to see a franchise just surrounding him. I think that'd be hysterical. And in this film, he also plays a brand new character named Heathrow. Now, Heathrow, I believe, is Madea's cousin or other brother. He's just a new member of the family. I think we can agree that Madea has way too much of an extensive family at this point that you don't even have to label them. You could just call them family. But yeah, in this film, he plays a Heathrow, which is an interesting character because he's probably one of Tyler Perry's grossest characters. He doesn't have any legs. He's a very far-reaching hairline, and he even talks with one of those machines that you have to hold up to your throat, which Tyler Perry has a lot of fun with. You can probably imagine some of the hijinks he does with that. I mean, to be totally honest with you, I actually like the characters that Tyler Perry portrays in his films, and I don't really think that they're ever the real problem with his films. In fact, I think that the problem lies more, at least in my opinion, in the supporting cast. For some reason, a lot of the supporting cast members are just awful. And I mean, I think about so many of the films that he's done before, and as time has passed, you know, he's gone from having these really big A-list actors in his Madea films to now just like C, D, E, F list actors, like Craigslist actors, it feels almost. And in this film, actually, there's a perfect example. There's this one character who, he is the brother-in-law in the family, whose character dies. You'll see, I don't want to spoil anything. But essentially, he's just so bad, and he's just really buff, too, right? And several times over the course of the film, he just feels the need to flex. And sometimes I actually think it's unintentional. If you stay for the credits and you see some of the bloopers, you can actually see one clip where Tyler Perry is telling him to stop flexing and he doesn't even realize that he's doing it, which I thought was just even more hysterical. But yeah, everything that he does is so awkward, and in fact, a lot of the things that these background characters do are just really awkward. They talk awkwardly, they have really awkward character choices, and as much as it takes away from the film, I also think it's a big part of what makes Tyler Perry's films so memorable. In a certain way, a lot of them are just so bad that they're actually good. Another similarity that this film has with some of Tyler Perry's previous films is the themes that it explores. I mean, here we have Madea talking about infidelity, the importance of family, but one of the ones that's newer and kind of stands out the most especially with the way that it's introduced, is the theme of police brutality. Yeah, essentially there's this one scene where Madea is in a car that gets pulled over, and then her and everybody in the car start talking about, why black people get pulled over, and why it's important to, stay still when the cops are around, and the whole thing is just handled very badly. It's very cringy, actually, and the whole thing just ends up feeling like an SNL skit that nobody really asked for. I mean, this goes without saying, but this is definitely not Tyler Perry's best work. There have been far better Madea movies, in my opinion. In fact, this feels like a lot of Madea movies that we've seen before, just at a lower quality. In fact, I think the only major difference between this film and some of the other ones is the circumstance for her being there, and even the setting. But I'm hesitant to say the setting just because for a majority of the film, she's really just sitting down in a room talking with a lot of her friends, which she's done before. So, yeah, I'm not so sure about that one. But despite this film's negatives, I still kind of enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty funny. It's entertaining. It's mindlessly entertaining, anyway. And the thing that I admire the most about this film is the fact that it never takes itself too seriously. I think that's what I like about all of Tyler Perry's films. They never take themselves too seriously. They know exactly what they are. And we know exactly what they are going into them. We expect nothing more and nothing less. But my biggest qualm with this film is just the fact that, especially for it being Madea's last hurrah, that she didn't go out with a bigger bang. And that's what I was really expecting from this one. And for that, I'm going to give this film 2 stars.
Hallelujah.
Look, I know this is supposed to be the last Madea movie and all, but Tyler Perry, if by any chance you see this, hit me up, okay? I've got a great idea for Madea in space. Guys, thanks so much for watching. As always, if you like this video, hit that like button, and if you're not subscribed, I would ask you please subscribe. I post new videos weekly, and I've got tons of new stuff that I'm planning on releasing over the next couple weeks. You don't want to miss it. Stay tuned. I know I mention this all the time, and I say it all the time, but for real, trust me when I say this. This month is going to be very exciting. And I know I keep on mentioning the move and, the change of scenery and whatnot, but with my new place, I've got a lot more space to do a lot more things that I've always wanted to do, so I'm very excited to see those things through. But yeah, guys, if you happen to see this movie and you liked it or you just want to talk about it, feel free to comment in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what any and all of you have to say, and I'd love to engage with you guys. I like doing that kind of stuff. But yeah, I think that's it. Thanks so much once again for taking the time out of your day to view these videos. It really does mean the world to me that you do, and I like doing them. I say it all the time, but I really do like making these videos. It's fun. And I'm glad you guys enjoy them. So I'm going to get back to work. Until next time, I'm Dempsey Pilato. Take care.